Welcome to the 2025 YouTube Conlang Relay. I'm George Corley, the host of Conlangery and Tongues and Runes. And if you are not already on it, there will be a playlist in the description. As we did last year, we've got a bunch of conlangers with YouTube channels who have each deciphered the previous person's text and then translated it into their conlang. There's a few changes this year. The text is much shorter, and I have adjusted the rules to make sure that this runs smoother. I am recording this before I have seen anybody else's text, so this is just me presenting the first text, and then go hit that playlist, watch everybody else's stuff. So let's just read the original text so you get the baseline, and let's see how it mutates. A spider can be presented with all the books, but will never learn to read. But a human being, with the right materials, might just spin a web. This does not make humans better than spiders, for the spider spins webs and lives its life just fine without reading. It is the humans absorbed in their heightened minds that must find new ways to entertain themselves. So again, much shorter. I didn't have like this long drawn out world building, just a simple text. Pretty normal. This is like the second iteration that I wrote this year. I wrote another one, but maybe we'll get into it when we do the big breakdown. It was a little too weird at the start, and I kind of wanted weirdness to emerge more. Now, let's go and read the Indaka version that I sent on to Linguistics. Eshabu bacha maria e ubigabuji, te riakit ubichuji ikeeb ubegebe. Te jega ide undis nubeo eshabfu ge ubeshab. Katag. Jegeg nube di eshabu uchagebuji ike eb ujidigabe. Eshabu maria ugindis apafa umengecha. Nubeo ba enk fefadafa ngechecha degis. Bam gingedegu egidae ngechadngaji ik. A few things that might trip somebody up. The phrase riekit ubichiji. So ichi is the verb for to read. It literally just means to see. And as with last year, Biblireading had a few issues with the fact that my verbs of perception are intransitive and take a postpositional complement. That might be a trip up. We'll see. I did actually document that in the grammar notes this time, though, so it's sort of less likely. Another thing was sort of live their life. I kind of wanted to do something more metaphorical, so I had this phrase, apafa imengecha, they live under the sun. And being under the sun in Indaka is sort of a metaphor for contentment, happiness, so it makes sense. There is one thing that I actually have changed. When I described the comparative construction, which I needed for this text, this is what I said. The comparative construction is formed according to the following formula. For example, afig nuberbe ndapagadi ngikchagingaha. Humanoids are softer than winged dragons. The property being compared is represented by the adjective afig, the comparative form of afa, soft. Nubel humanoid is the thing being compared, while Indaka, winged dragon, is the standard for comparison. Thus, humanoids are softer than dragons. And I realized that didn't make any sense. I think at the time I kind of realized it was weird, but I just sort of went with what I had. But looking back at it, I realized like I was too caught up in like this terminology of what's the standard and such. And I didn't really think about how it evolved. Chagi still means to surpass or exceed. So it would make sense for the ergative argument, ergative case marking the agent, to be the thing that is greater in whatever adjective dimension that you're measuring, right? So I went back and I just changed that. And I think I will probably cut that piece out of the Indaka feature, but it's preserved here. So I'm not erasing things. I'm just going to avoid confusion. Consider this a bonus errata in this video. But anyway, I've got a bunch of Conlang YouTubers who are going to continue this chain. So watch that playlist. Next person is Linguistics, and I cannot wait to see what they do to it. I'm recording this at the start, and I'll check back in with you after everything's done. By the way, if you like conlanging, this channel does a podcast, monthly, and weekly live streams of me conlanging that I call Tongues and Runes. So subscribe down there. Click the like button if you're interested. Anyway, on to Linguistics and the rest of the conlangers that I have roped into this. And see you on the other side. Happy conlanging. Wheat. Okay. To die. Food. Box, container, chest. What? Brain. I said, seer or fortune teller. Okay. To become, choose a grain, seed, corn. Where did that come from? So I don't know what exactly happened here, which is part of the beauty of this. Is like you get something totally different sometimes, especially since this has been through like 20 people.